Good evening and happy Friday. Um, I wasn't going to build. I have another Lego Speed Champions car today, one that's been sitting in my build queue for a while. I was going to wait till next week to build it because I want to space out my queue while I wait to get a few more cars. I want to keep some in the reserve at all times. But today was one of those days that I just really felt like relaxing with the Lego build. So we're bumping up the McLaren Formula One car. Um, we're bumping up the Lego Speed Champions build queue, which means it's probably going to be a little bit of extra time before the next car. I have like 6 more single car sets to secure and 6 more 2-packs to secure, so we'll definitely be finishing this probably before the end of summer. There's only 12 total sets left for me to acquire. I mean, there's still one more in the build queue, but I want to hold off on that one till a little bit later. And you'll understand when I do pull that one out in a few weeks. But tomorrow's June 1st, which means 5 more cars are releasing the final 5 cars of the year, including 1 single pack and 2 2-packs. I'll be getting the single car as my next Lego purchase, which I hope to be able to do over the weekend because it comes out tomorrow. And then the 2 2-packs, the 2 new 2-packs I'm going to do later on when I'm working on the rest of the retired 2-packs. So anyways, let's switch over to camera and we'll take a look at today's car. So this is the McLaren Formula One set. This set is unique amongst the Speed Champions line in that it's the only Formula One car that's not part of a 2-pack. There are 3 other Formula One cars in the series, but all of them were parts of 2-packs. This is the only single-pack Formula One car. And you can see already there's some really unique things going on with this set. From the picture, you can see some unique things. First of all, the wheel covers. Those are licensed Google Chrome logos right there, those wheel covers. I'm really looking forward to putting those on at the end. And you'll also notice the helmet sticking out over the top of the halo. That's the only colored helmet I'm aware of so far in the series. We have mostly black helmets. There's a few white helmets. There's one gray helmet. But this is the only orange helmet I've seen. I heard one of the reviewers mention that one of the retired cars has a red helmet as well, but I'm not sure. I have not encountered that yet. Anyway, so yeah, this is McLaren. McLaren's pretty cool in that in Generation 2 Speed Champions, they have 4 different cars in the line. They have a 2-pack, they have this one, and then they have, they have another car that we've already built as well. They have 4 cars in the line. Very few car companies have multiple entries in the line. Ferrari and Aston Martin each have 3 in the series. There's a couple others, maybe. I'm tempted to say Mercedes. I think the new 2-pack is a Mercedes. I'll have to check on that. But for the most part, there's a lot of different cars represented in the Speed Champions series. So McLaren has like just under 10% having 4 cars in line. But let's go ahead and get this started. I don't really want to talk too much tonight. You can see, as traditional, I have my trusty tool here. And let's go ahead and get the box open. But before we get the box open, I almost forgot. I like to show the back of the box, because the back of the box traditionally shows the car driving away. So that's what the back of the car looks like. And then on the right, there's a photo of the actual car. There's a photo of the actual car there. It's not a great photo. It's in a dimly lit room. It's in a dimly lit showroom right now, and kind of far away. It's not as close up as some of the other photos that they've had on the back of the boxes. That's actually not a very great photo of the actual car at all, but it's good enough to show how accurate the model is. And anyway, so that's the back of the box. That's the car driving away, leaving us in the dust. Well, we better get inside this box. All right, I've broken the seal. Let's go ahead and start taking things out. We, of course, have the instruction book. Wow. And the orange. You can see on the cover of this instruction book, the orange printing is oversaturated. It's a distinctly redder orange than the orange that we saw on the box. Let me see, is the whole instruction book this oversaturated? It doesn't matter. We're not using this. We're not using this instruction book. You know how we do things here. I'm going to set that aside, and we have the PDF instructions ready to go. Let's see, we have numbered bag 1. Oh, man. And 2. And there's a numbered bag 3 for this one as well. Well, this is not a standard car. It's a Formula 1 car, so of course it would do things a little differently. So, bag 3, let's set that aside. And we also need to set aside bag 2. And here's bag 1. And it comes with this little tiny chassis piece. It's an F1 car, not a standard car, so the regular chassis piece is way too big. And of course, the sticker sheet. You can see there's a lot of stickers, lots of sponsorships and stuff. And the race team has a lot of corporate sponsorships that you can see printed on these stickers. My camera's having a hard time focusing today. Let's see, right off the bat, I can see DeWalt, Cisco, Google Chrome, Cadence, Aero, Darktrace, OKX, Hilton, Richard Mill, DP World, Splunk, and of course McLaren itself. So a ton of corporate sponsors on the sticker sheet, all of which LEGO had to get licensed in order to print the stickers. And I think the actual car has some other sponsors that LEGO couldn't get the license for, and that so they didn't print those as stickers. I think the actual car has something like 15 different corporate sponsorships on it. All right, let's get into this. So according to the instructions, we need to open bag 1 and hold on to the chassis piece. And then we'll go to this page which shows the driver. This may not be a traditional Speed Champions car, but we are going to keep our Speed Champions traditions for this channel, and we're going to build the driver and let him watch his car be built. So let's go ahead and find the parts for the driver. Like I said, there's 4 different Formula 1 cars. I have, this is my second, because I did one of my early 2-packs on the series was the 2-pack that came with the Formula 1. And then the two other Formula 1s. One's a long retired 2-pack, and it's going to take me a while to acquire that one. And then the other one is in the brand new June 1st wave that comes out tomorrow. Okay, he looks cool. I like this. I like this racing outfit. It's simple but elegant. So there's our driver, and there is the back. This is a nice, clean, not over detailed racing jacket. I like it. Some of the other Speed Champions jackets, they're very busy with a lot of detail. I like the clean look of this one. So, there he is one more time. And we're going to go ahead and sit him down off to the side so he can watch the build. And of course, Speed Champions tradition, he gets a wrench. And he also gets a helmet. And this helmet, like I said, is the first colored helmet I've seen. Oh, this is extra nice. This is my favorite helmet in the line. This is a very exciting helmet. I really like this one. All the other helmets, regardless of whether they're black, white, or the one gray one, have clear visors, but this orange helmet has a blue visor. It looks really cool. And it's got that little McLaren logo printed on the top of the helmet as well. None of the other helmets have any printing. I need to see what this looks like on him. I know I don't usually do that, but I need to see this. Okay, that's what he looks like with the helmet. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool look. He almost looks like a little spaceman, almost. All right, we'll go back to tradition though for the duration of the rest of this build. Maybe we'll put his helmet back on and actually let him get in the car. I don't usually do that at the end of my Speed Champion streams because of the way I display them, but that's a cool helmet, and it's a unique helmet. We'll see how I feel at the end of stream after we have a beautiful car to look at. And once again, here's the sticker sheet. I am not looking forward to the stickers on this one. There's over 30 stickers on there. That's going to be a bugger to do. Excuse me. One moment. I need to see how it's coming back on the playback. Yeah, you can see that. All right, let's go. So we're going to start with the chassis piece here. And in traditional Lego fashion, we're going to start adding pieces to it. It's interesting. There's a lot of gray coloration. I mean, there's a lot of orange coloration on this car. Orange is a key part of the color scheme for this particular car. However, there's only 2 orange pieces in bag 1. So it looks like this car will be getting its distinctive color scheme in later bags. You would never guess from bag 1 that this is going to be a mostly orange car. Actually, it's mostly black with orange sections. Wow. We're already over 15 minutes into stream, and we've just started putting things together. I guess I had a lot to say about this car. but given its uniqueness in the line, uh, it it was worth it. I don't know what to expect because the other F1 car I did in the series, it was like all the way back my second Speed Champion set, all the way at the beginning. Now I've done so many different cars since then that I don't remember the specific build techniques on that one. Interesting how this step is just a single piece. Also, this instruction manual, being part of the 2024 wave, didn't have those icons at the front of the. It didn't have those little thumbnails in the front of the manual detailing the what each bag does. I don't know why they stopped doing that this year, because that was pretty cool to see on the previous sets. Okay, where's that corner piece? Okay. Did I leave a piece in the bag? I don't think I did. Okay. Right now, I'm having trouble finding a piece. As you can see, I'm carefully trying to look under all these pieces too, without knocking anything to the floor. I didn't see anything go to the floor when I dumped all these out. I can't be missing a piece. Give me a minute. I'm gonna try flashlighting my floor to see if a piece fell when I didn't realize it. No, there's actually no Lego pieces down here that I can see. Let's try highlighting the... There it is. It was on its side. That's why I didn't see it. Sorry about that. It's not a Uncle Evie Lego Speed Champion stream unless we have a missing piece that isn't really a missing piece at one point during the build. I'm just glad we got it over with early in the build so we didn't waste too much time with it. There we go. Let us continue now. And then we put on these brackets. Okay, and now what's going on here? We have this big, huge, industrial looking piece here. with some Technic connections on it. This is probably how we're going to start to build up the unique shaping of the F1 car. Now, it looks like a lot of the stickers are just solid color blocks. It doesn't look like we have any particularly special color blocking going on. It looks like it's just solid color blocks with sponsor logos on them. So the stickers might not be as tricky or painful to align. Let's make sure I'm using the correct pieces. Okay. Our first couple stickers. Wow. Our first corporate sponsor logo. Even though it's just corporate logos on solid color, I still want to make sure they're reasonably straight so that they don't look outright terrible. They don't have to be as perfect as when they involve color blocking, but they still have to be somewhat aligned. I'll show that to you in a minute. So this slope's going to go on oriented like that. Okay, so if I can get it to show on camera, that's the sticker there's the sticker we just put on, Richard Mill DP World. It's focusing pretty good there. So we have our first little bit of corporate sponsorship on the, and the car's not even a full skeleton yet. Okay, let's keep going. I do have one Lego build planned this month for stream that is not Speed Champions. I'll be securing that one in about a week or so, but it's going to be towards the end of the month when I actually stream it. I just need to make sure I get it in time. Okay, looks like we're going to do our first assembly now. It's an F1 car, so of course this car is going to have a very tiny, cramped, uncomfortable seating area. Uh, this driver may have the coolest helmet, but he doesn't have the coolest seat. I don't know how anyone can survive being crammed into there. Okay, and this section goes on the back like this. Well, I'm not sure if that's the back or the front. I'm not sure yet. It's an F1 car, so it probably doesn't have the standard build progression. We are quickly running out of bag 1 pieces, though. We'll be moving into bag 2 pretty soon. Okay, so now we're going to do some more stickering. And this sticker doesn't look like it's a corporate logo. It looks like it's just a number. That's what this one looks like. It's just a number 60 in the corner. And then I have to make the one for the other side still. Okay, that's set up. Give me a moment. I'm not sure what we're going to do for an exit stream. The streamer I usually raid on Saturdays, who I had a failed raid into last week, sometimes he solo streams on Fridays, but it's not a given. The Friday stream is if he feels like it. And when he streams Fridays, he typically starts between 9 and 10. So we may or may not have that as an exit raid option. But we shouldn't even be thinking about the exit raid yet. We're still quite early in this build. Let's enjoy this stream and not really think about who we're going to go to after. So yeah, you can see already. We may just be building up the skeleton of the car right now, but you can already see just how alien this car looks compared with what you're used to seeing in the series. Alright, looks like this is going to be the seat. And there's a diagram here showing how it's supposed to line up, it looks like. Excuse me. So it looks like we're supposed to go on like that. Alright, so covering up the yellow plate in the middle, basically. Alright, so the car has a driver's seat, but it's still very much just a skeleton at this point. And I don't normally do a bio brake in the middle of a car, but I got an itch that I need to take care of. It's really uncomfortable right now. So I will be doing a bio brake for this car. Okay, this is cool. And let me show it to you before I put it on the car, because it'll be difficult to see once I put it on. This is the steering wheel unit. A printed console. It's using the video game controller minifig piece. But F1 cars use this style instead of the more traditional steering wheels that you see elsewhere in the line. Okay, so that's what it looks like with, that's what the driving area looks like with the steering attached. I can't even get it to go on camera because of the way, the angle it's positioned in, but if I do that, maybe, no. There, you can kind of see the controller there, right there, but we gotta move on. We're using a lot of these clip pieces throughout, probably to attach some of the unique shaping that F1 cars tend to have. And now we have this little half round tile and a sticker, very tiny little sticker. Looks like this sticker does have some color blocking on it, but shouldn't be too hard to make it look reasonably centered, even if it's not perfect. You know what? I think I can power through. Yeah. Alright, so you can see that little orange sticker on the front. Not a bad centering on that tile. Okay, and then we have another one of these posing minifigure posing stand pieces. Okay, it's time for bag 2. But before I go over to bag 2, so here is the basic skeleton of our F1 car. You can see this is going to be the front end. This is going to be the back end. You can see there isn't anywhere where to attach wheels yet. We don't have the normal axle blocks that all the other cars in the series have. Driver sits there, tiny little cramped area, even more cramped than the last car we did. Okay, let's keep going. All Alright, we want bag 2. So yeah, I'll probably have to slow down the series just a little bit for a couple weeks so I can acquire the last 6 singles. There's the new one, and then all 5 of the remaining cars I have to buy. No, 4 of the 5 remaining cars I still have yet to buy are, other than the new one, are retired. So yeah, they're going to be a little tricky to get. And then there's one car that's still available from the source, but that car I want to do towards the end of the single car run. So, okay, so here's where we're putting in the first axle, it looks like. So this will slot through the technical here, and then we will plug in, we will secure that by plugging in the axle on the other side. There we go. So we have the front axle in. No, back axle. That's the back axle. Excuse me. Okay, and then these little, interesting. So we have these little pieces that I have to attach to all these little clips around. I want to make sure I line these up correctly, which means centered. And then they have to be angled in towards the body, it looks like. But we'll worry about that after they're all attached properly. These little pieces we're clipping in are narrow enough to be hard to grip. But I think we're getting there. There's really not a huge number of pieces in this bag. But now that the skeleton of the car is mostly together, it looks like bag 2 and 3 is going to be about detailing and shaping. So here we're seeing a little bit more orange, but in this bag there's still not a lot of orange. In fact, the 2 orange pieces from the first bag, the only bit of them we can still see is these edges of them. They're interior pieces. So yeah, as orange as this car is, bag 1's orange isn't even part of the decor, which is kind of interesting. I'm looking at bag 3. There's a fair number of orange pieces in bag 3. So yeah, we'll see a lot of orange later. There's hardly any orange in this bag. There's a little bit, but they're really tiny. Okay, so now I have to do another sticker. And which way is the sticker pointing? Oh boy. Sorry, it's kind of blurry. Sometimes when I'm having an allergy day, my eyes blur up and it's hard to see what I'm doing. And I'm dealing with a minor case of that right now, but I think we're doing okay. It was worse earlier, but then I relaxed and rested for most of the day. I was supposed to go to an outdoor concert today, but with my allergies acting up, no way that was happening. And like I've said many times before when streaming Lego, I find Lego to be therapeutic. I'm actually, even though I'm straining my eyes a little bit on this one, um, trying to see which way this particular sticker is going. I'm by choosing to stream tonight, I'm actually feeling better than I was before. If I had gone to this concert tonight, I it could have turned into a case of the Unmagic Kingdom. I don't know if I ever told that story, but it's not a story for tonight. Yeah, that is not straight. And I know it doesn't really matter as much on this car as some of the others, because it's just corporate logos, but I still want it to look reasonably good. Better. There is a small crease, but the crease is on a little bit of the sticker that's most likely going to be covered, so. No, not better. Once I put it on, I can see just how poorly I applied that sticker. It was a little straighter than the initial application, but let's see if I can make it straighter still. Okay, now it's pretty good. So what we just put on are those two arrow stickers on the back end of the car. Let's keep going now. And then we have another run of logo stickers going on here. Let me put these stickers on so I can see which way the logos are supposed to face. Even though Formula One isn't really my thing, I am really appreciating this build because it's so much different than the average Speed Champions car. It's bringing something new and unique to the table in terms of build techniques. I mean, obviously we did one Formula One before, but this is the first one that's, this is the only Formula One car that's part of a single pack. We'll be seeing two more before I finish the series, but since they're in two packs, it'll be a while before I get to those last two Formula Ones, I think. One's the new one's in one of the new two packs that's coming out tomorrow. Oh, I butchered that sticker badly. And then the other Formula One car is a long retired one, and that set's been like super inflated in the aftermarket. So it's gonna take me a while to secure that one. Sorry, I'm a little sidetracked at the moment. Alright, let's see here. Matching sticker for the other side. So this is the Cisco sticker. And I know I'm nowhere near the camera, but sticker work I try and do precision, so I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Oh man. They're not perfectly straight. But once the rest of the detailing for those are the Cisco stickers next to the Aero stickers. Once the rest of the detailing for the car is in, the fact that these aren't perfectly straight probably won't even be noticeable. That's what I'm hoping. Well, maybe a little bit noticeable, but not if you're not really paying attention to it. And the way I have to set up my garage for display so that I have room for all 41 cars when I finish this, it really isn't going to, those stickers aren't really going to be visible anyway, so it's not really that big a deal. However, little bits and pieces that we're adding are starting to finally make this feel like we're actually building a car. Before, when we were just doing the skeleton, it wasn't, it was barely recognizable as anything in particular. But now at least we can recognize that it's going to be a race car. Interesting. Okay. All right, some more stickers going on here. Of course, that's not surprising at this point, given the nature of this particular car. Sorry, I'm off camera, but I'm doing sticker work. Interesting. Okay, need to do one for this side. So I heard that Disney recently changed the rules for the disability service. Um, so it'd be interesting to see if I ever do get back to Disney, if how that's going to affect our trip. So now you can see Splunk has been added to our sponsors. And now this piece that looks like an old window. I wonder what... Okay, so it looks like we're going to start to shape the cars. I don't know anything about F1. Is this the engine block area that we're starting to form here? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we have this old style window piece. By old style, I mean classic medieval architecture style piece. And we're using it to make a part of a fancy, high-tech, modern race car. Interesting. Okay, so that's been inserted. And then we have another one behind it without the grill. So that's going to go in the engine block. Like I said, I'm assuming this is the engine block. I don't know for sure. So at the top of the car, right there, you can see the tops of those two window blocks that we put in. Okay, lots of little pieces on this step. Oh, that was lucky. That piece decided to yeet out of my fingers, but it bounced onto the top of the computer without falling to the floor behind. If it had fallen to the floor behind, I would have been in trouble. Okay, and this goes on top of those windows like that. Okay. Interesting. We have here a piece that's printed, but we also have to add a sticker to it, even though part of it is printed. Why would they print part of it, but not the whole thing? Oh, well, let's see which sticker we're supposed to put on here. So, okay, so this is... Oh, you know why? Because there's two different corporate sponsors here. And because of the way licenses work in Lego, they couldn't print both corporate sponsors onto the same piece as printing. So one of the corporate sponsors had to be print and one had to be a sticker since they were going on the same piece. I'll show you what I mean in a moment once I add the sticker. So yeah, this is the piece we're talking about. You can see the printed OKX logo down there, and then the sticker is that Chrome logo there. And due to licensing rules, they can't print two different company logos on the same piece. So that'll snap into the interior bars, and that actually covers the Cisco sticker. Interesting. So there is a little bit of color blocking on the print. You can see in the front there how the print there matches up with the side of the tile. So there's definitely a little bit of color blocking going on here. And then we have this long ski piece. Which we goes in how exactly? How did this line up? Okay, it lines up with the tile. How do I attach it in? Maybe it doesn't attach because that piece isn't in far enough. I'm not sure what we're meant to do with this piece. Okay, so actually, we're not supposed to be covering that sticker. We're supposed to we're supposed to move this a little bit farther in on the bar that's inside. So and it's actually supposed to be centered along the middle crease there. That's why it wasn't working out. Now the Cisco sticker is no longer covered, and the ski end of the ski piece is irrelevant to us. They use this piece for the flat end. So the ski end is going to go sit inside the little window thing that we put on. And meanwhile, we're going to put that there. And then we're going to take this other slope piece. Okay, I'm on the wrong step. This is where I want to be. We're going to take the matching slope piece for the other side. We're going to put on its chrome logo sticker. This build would go a lot more smoothly if I didn't have to stop every 2 minutes for stickers, but it's a Formula One car, which means lots of corporate sponsors. I don't remember my other F1 car having this many corporate sponsors. Maybe they didn't go for corporate sponsor licenses back then, because that was from a previous wave. So we'll snap this in as well on that side. And then this whole section needs to be centered up along the back. Okay, so now I see what it's doing. Okay, then. There's some clever shaping going on. Okay, so you can see in the back of the car here, those medieval window pieces, and then these slope pieces here with the chrome and the OKX logos, and then they wedge this the straight edge of the ski piece between them for that little bit of fin shaping there. That's actually pretty clever. I didn't really understand what was going on when I saw it, because I'm not familiar with F1 cars. I know they have some pretty unique shaping, but I was not expecting that. It looks like we're going to start setting up the front axle now. But it looks like it wants us to put one side in, but not push it in all the way or something. Hmm. So it says to just leave it sticking out for a little bit. And now we have an assembly going on. It looks like we're going to be setting up the front um, what's it called? I don't know what that section is called. Um, but yeah, we'll be setting up that big wedge-shaped thing at the front of the car. Once I finish building this car, I will have officially completed the entire March subwave for Speed Champions, the March 2024 subwave. There are 5 total cars, 3 singles and 1 2-pack. I've previously built the other 3 sets from the March first wave. Okay, there's a little tiny printed tile going on here. Let's see if I can show that off. Okay, little tiny tile, printed tile right at the tip there. It says FX Pro. It's not really focusing right now, but sometimes the camera doesn't like to focus when the detail is too tiny. And then we have this big printed slope piece. Like, yeah, you can see this orange and blue printing on top of the slope there. Okay. Bear with me here. There's more stickers. We've been streaming just over an hour, and we're almost done with the second bag. This is one sticker that needs to be lined up relatively properly, because this sticker is very exposed in its position. I think I did it well enough. Now I have to do the same thing on the other side here. I do like the chrome motifs going on throughout this car. Even though they have multiple corporate sponsors, several details of this car keep coming back to the chrome logoing. We have the chrome on the back slopes here. We have the chrome stickers that we just put on here onto this front section. We have the chrome wheels coming up. Okay, this is an awkwardly shaped sticker and piece. This is a piece that generally I don't have too much trouble gripping, but when trying to align a sticker to this awkwardly shaped piece, my fingers are getting in the way because of how I have to hold the piece. Luckily for us, looks like a side grill that doesn't really connect to anything. So even though there's some obvious color blocking going on here, I don't think it's color blocking that actually connects with anything else. And then we have to do one for the other side. Give me one moment. Alright. Right now I'm not seeing any of my music streamers on, or the guy who I was talking about earlier, who I usually rate on Saturdays and sometimes streams on Fridays. There's still time though, there's still another whole bag of the build. We're not ready to quit anytime soon, but I don't have any bonus content planned for the stream tonight. So once the car is done, we'll have to figure out somebody to raid if none of my regulars are on. Okay. Now we put in some wedges. And the wedges just finish up the shaping back here and hide the exposed stud. Interesting. So this is the tail fins, or the whole front fin section, with printing, stickers, all sorts of detailing going on in there. Sides. And it looks like this slides in here and lines up with this. So the little axle hole at the back of the tail fin, front fin, that little axle hole is going to line up in here with the axle holes that we're going to push the axle through momentarily. So here's the other side of the axle. We're going to push this through, line everything up, push it through the front fin. If I can get everything. What fell? It fell into my hand. We don't have to do any floor diving right now. That's a good thing. Talk about a lucky catch, though. All right. So we've managed to push that axle, that central axle through. Let's close it up on the other side. And now this whole front fin assembly is attached in through the front axles. And actually, that little orange sticker at the top isn't perfectly lined up. Don't want to try some quick maintenance here. If I can do so without creasing the sticker, I'll try and line it up a little bit better. It looked straight when it was just structural bits visible underneath it, but seeing how it's supposed to line up with this printed slope, it definitely looks off. I don't like playing with stickers too much once they're applied. It's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. It's good enough. Bag 3. We're moving into the final phase of the build, but before we do, here is what our car looks like so far. It's got a really weird look because it's so unfinished still. We still have quite a few stickers left on the sheet after all that. As usual, tires get set aside because we don't want them rolling around on us. Oh, I see. All right. I got confused for a moment, but I think we're good. Let us continue. Oh boy, more stickering going on here. All right, how are we doing this? Wow, that's an interestingly shaped piece. I think this is the one I'm meant to be using. And a sticker. Okay, these aren't corporate stickers. These are detailing stickers. So it might not be quite as big a deal with these, as long as they look reasonably straight. Plus it's a dark gray printing on black. I said reasonably straight. Just because I said that these don't have to be perfect doesn't mean they don't have to at least have an attempt at being done properly. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, let's not make it obviously crooked the other direction. Yeah, we don't want to overcorrect. The Speed Champions is known for being a little bit of sticker hell, but this this is one set in particular that's kind of ridiculous. Okay, this is going how exactly? Like that. Okay. So we just added that section here on the side. I can't even see what I'm pointing at because it's like black on black, but that's what we just added. We want to make sure everything's lining up properly and parallel and connected straight. Oh no, we don't want that piece. That's a printed tile. I didn't even realize there was a... Yeah, we just want the plain tile for that. Of course, being a Formula One car, there's no standard canopy. We're going to be building up what I think they call a halo. I don't know all my Formula One terminology, but I think the reviewer called that section, that canopy adjacent section, as a halo where the driver sits. Okay, what's going on here? We have slope going on. This is a sticker. Okay, so this is where we get the Cadence logo, another sponsor. It looks like there is some color blocking going on here that I have no idea what it lines up with because we don't have those colors on the model right now. Okay, now we have another sticker. Let me go ahead and attach this because it looks like this sticker. We're going to be lining up some of the striping. Yeah. So it turns out there is a little bit of color blocking on this model. But mostly the stickers were corporate sponsors. Okay, not terrible. And of course, a big McLaren logo, because they're the ones who actually built this car. That's nice. And this one goes onto here like this. So we just built up this whole big wall section with a couple stickers and some shaping and curving going on. And it applies to these brackets. It pretty much fills in this whole bracketed area, lines up with the other studs like this. So you can see where we put that other section in. We take this, we line it up, we press it into all those side brackets we got going on there. And if everything lines up, we have the side, one side of the car shaped up now with some beautiful curves going on. And then we have another kind of slope here. And this is where we get the DeWalt logo going on. This piece is particularly difficult to line up because we have to line it up straight along an inside curve. Bear with me because I know this isn't on camera right now. Alright, that's good enough. You can see what's going on with this sticker here is it's on the inside of a curve here. So this attaches how exactly? To this stud here. Excuse me a moment. This is a tricky connection I'm working on right now. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. And I just flipped that little piece way outside. Bear with me a moment. I have repairs to do. Okay, now let's try and get the DeWalt sticker to go where it's supposed to go. I think, yeah. Alright, so that's how the DeWalt section goes on back here, lining up with the other stuff. Alright, now we're gonna now I have to start building up the other side of the car. There's not a terribly huge number of stickers left, but you know how this next bit is going to progress, since we're just doing that whole same stuff on the other side. So, alright, now we're going to start building up that whole side assembly. Okay, sorry, that was off camera. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. We've been going just over an hour and a half. But we have, but this car is taking shape very quickly now and is coming together. And once we get past this next batch of stickers, it should be smooth sailing, or smooth building, I mean, for the rest of the build. I want to do the stickers for this bit together, I think. Yeah. Now I can get them to line up a little bit better. If I can get my finger in there, that is. Okay, that's on. Oh, foot cramp. Okay, it's passing. Then, of course, the other big McLaren logo on this side. And now we will take this whole section and attach it to the side brackets just like we did on the other side. And then, of course, we have to do our tricky little DeWalt thing without yeeting another piece this time. And this is going to go here. Let's line it up. And there's that side with DeWalt attached. And now we're doing another assembly. It's a good thing I didn't have any 2-packs available for tonight. No way I could have stayed up through one of those. As it stands, it'll be difficult enough to stay up long enough to do my normal cleanup and video processing process afterwards. I'll do what I can. I'm starting to really feel it now. Like I mentioned, I had a serious seasonal allergies today. I'm feeling better, but still. Okay, did I mess something up? No, it's supposed to be those. Okay. Yeah, those are supposed to line up in a row. Ah, there it is. There's two distinctly different kinds of brackets that look very similar. That's what was tripping me up for a moment. And sticker time. Dark trace. This is the dark trace sticker. Although, remember I was saying earlier about you can't print a piece with two different corporate sponsors because of licensing issues? Well, there's a lot of different corporate sponsors on the singular sticker sheet. Yes, they get broken up as you build it, and so no two stickers are put on the same piece, but still, you don't. The reason I gave for why they didn't print the slope, because there were two different sponsors, shouldn't that also apply to the sticker sheet, technically, if you're dealing with licensing partners? I don't know what I'm talking about now, sorry. Late night, tired ramble there. Okay, now we're gonna put stickers on these two slopes. Not a lot of pieces left. We're almost done here. Yeah, these stickers are not. I won't be able to get my finger in there once I place these slopes onto the tail fin section we're building up. So I want to make sure I get them straight before I press them into here. And then we put a little bar in like that. Not sure what that's for. Probably shaping. Oh, it's supposed to be to this side. Okay. So this is the little tail fin we just made. There's the sponsors. There's the dark trace on the back. And it looks like this is supposed to line up here. The picture is not very clear how exactly it's all supposed to attach in. Yeah, the picture does show a little bit of gapping there. So that's what it looks like with the tail assembly attached. Guess what? There's only one more sticker on the sheet. I know exactly when to anticipate it because it's the reverse of this sticker. Okay, how does this all attach in here? Okay, so it goes along. Side bracket like that, maybe. That kind of looks like the picture. Sorry. I didn't think I'd be hit with a fatigue wave during stream. But yeah, we're almost done. So I'll be okay. We just got a couple more steps to get through here. And then we will be moving on to the exit raid. You can see there's very few pieces left on the table in front of me. Okay, that one's not as straight as I managed to get it on the other side. Shoot. That one's noticeably crooked. Let's see. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Now let's not. How did I attach it on this side? Okay, I must have put that piece on incorrectly then. Yeah, that bracket is exposed properly. So why am I not seeing the connection point? I did something wrong here. Hold on. Yeah, I think I put the bracket facing the wrong way. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. That's why I didn't have any exposed studs at the expected orientation. Now, if I go and attach this, no, I still have it the wrong way. I took it off to correct it, and I still did it wrong. I think. Give me a moment, I just dropped it. There we go. I think I have it now. Maybe. Let's take it off so I can see what I did on the other side. Yeah, no. I have it pointing the wrong way. Let me mirror the other side here. Now, yeah, I fixed it. I'm not sure why I wasn't getting it from the picture alone when I did it correctly on the first side. Good thing stream's almost over. But I really am enjoying this build. But that was a stupid mistake even for me, so. Or I should say, yeah, even my terminology is incorrect. That implies that I make that kind of mistake all the time, which I don't with Lego builds. I wouldn't say I'm professional, but I have plenty of Lego experience, and I very rarely make confusions like that. Okay, and then we have this printed tile that goes on top here. So it looks like we're filling in a lot of the finishing details now. And then these little spoons. I'd show them to you, but they're very thin, and I'm fat fingering them. But there's little tiny minifigure spoon pieces that are being used for side flaps here, it looks like. At first I thought they were the mirrors, but they're sitting behind the driver, so I know they're not mirrors. No, I put them on the wrong clips. They are the mirrors. They sit in front of the driver. Okay, so I don't know if I'll be able to show that, though, given how tiny they are. If you look in the driver's area, it's black on black. I won't be able to hit the light. but right next to the driver's pad, there's two little tiny minifigure spoons that are functioning as the mirrors. Okay, excuse me. So it looks like this assembly here is going to make up part of the halo section. We're going to attach that into... How's that going exactly? There's a clip here. And then that goes... Oh, it bends around like this to go into the clip on this side. Clever. Okay. So we just add this little flexible stick here into the clips on the side, at the sides of the seat. Okay, so that comes down and sits on top of that little peg like that and makes the halo. Okay, so with the halo in place, now we can do these wheels. These are printed tires. So look, these are printed tires with the Google Chrome logo wheel caps inside. That's a cool look. And unique in the Speed Champions line so far. So I'm going to go ahead and put the other okay, so I guess these bars here are supposed to fold in and touch the axle, representing the suspension bits. Yeah, I just gotta make sure I get them roughly symmetrical. So the classic Lego character from the late 90s, Johnny Thunder, is apparently making a return. He was from the Adventurers line, and now he's part of the City Jungle Explorers. Alright, let's get the last two wheels together. And I know I usually have a way of doing things with these guys, but this is an F1 car, so we're going to do things the way it was meant to be. So here's one last look at our driver. And now he has his helmet, and he's ready to race. And one last look at his back real quick. So he's got his very unique blue visored orange helmet, and he's ready to be sat in the car to race. So let's very tiny little seating area here. We'll drop him in, and we'll lower the halo around him. And that's how an F1 driver is supposed to look, apparently. And I will take the wrench over here so that when I actually put this on display later tonight, when I put it into its designated area, I can do the driver the same way I always do. But there we go. There's our final car. You can see in F1 cars, the driver sits so low, you can barely see his head poking up above the halo. So you can't see his racing jacket at all. But I do really like that logo print on the front of his helmet and his colored visor. Those are unique details only on this particular driver. So let's do one last 360-ish of the car. Enjoy those wheels, all the various sponsorship stickers. Yeah, I think we got there. All right, let's see who we have available to rate tonight. Ah, Brett did come on tonight. Okay. Well, then it's a no-brainer. We're rating Brett. Especially because I don't know if I'll be able to do a Saturday stream this week. I do have a couple games I want to play on stream, though. So we're rating Brett tonight. Happy Friday. And as soon as we hit midnight here in about an hour and a half, it'll be next month. It's hard to believe we're going into the halfway month of the year already. Feels like just a little while ago I was moving in here, and that was before the holiday season. All right, the raid has been created. So have a good night. And I will see you next month. Good night. Good night.
Sort of, it's like a glass, one of those Ripley glass things like you used to see like back in the 20s and stuff. You've got that. Drop that for the moment, because we really can't have any objects beyond this point at all times. But then how does, here's the thing, obviously that opens the door, but it's not going to stay open for me, so how do I fix that? Oh, hey, it's Evie. What's up, dude? How are you?